meeting to order. Motion to resume the public session. Motion, please. Dr. Richards and Ms. Unson, all in favor? The vote is unanimous. We are in public session. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Agenda changes, Mr. Galley?
Personnel, sir.
Thank you very much. Moving on to board president comments. Whew. Happy New Year. It's been an interesting ride so far in January. Lots of things I could say, but I think the one thing that needs to be said is, again, to express some gratitude to myself and the board, for everybody, for being flexible, for standing up, thinking of our kids first, making sure our kids are in school because they really need to be. And everybody in this board is aware about the effort that it takes for you to do that and the sacrifice, and that you also have your own families and struggles and scheduling challenges and on and on and on. But yet, you still come back every day, put your hats on, your roles, and make it a rocking day for our kids. And we all appreciate it for everything that you do. And thank you very much for keeping it going. And take some time for yourself to reflect on what 2021 was and all the things that you did. And give yourself a pat in the back, because you need that moment to give yourself some gratitude and some space. And with that, end of board president comments. Thank you. Points of interest. Ms. Kies?
I attended the test pickup last week. I want to say thank you for how smoothly it was run. It was fantastic. In and out of there with no problem at all. Thank you. And it was it was cold out, so I really appreciate all the hours they spent out there with handing those out.
Thank you very much. Anybody else? Ms. Coffey?
I had the opportunity to watch part of one of the boys' JV basketball games last night. It was really cool to get to see them and see like parts of the game, especially in an event I wouldn't normally be able to attend. So that was a great experience.
Thank you very much. Anybody else? Okay, moving on to reports of meetings. Mr. Moscato.
I just want to mention the February 5th legislative breakfast. This is our first opportunity to meet face-to-face with our local and state reps. We expect somebody from Senator Gillibrand and Senator Schumer's office to be there. We're not sure who, but at least it means we'll have a chance to talk to them directly about what we see things happening and stuff. So, and we are planning a actual face-to-face trip in March, but given the way the Capitol has been shut down, yeah, it's iffy. So we're meeting at the Doubletree on Jefferson Road, and we have a huge ballroom, so there's plenty of room for be spreading out. So if you can make it, just register, and go from there. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Did the lobby trip just get moved to virtual?
The NISBA lobby trip.
Oh, okay.
NISBA has a lobby day they do in February, and there's supposed to be a one-day shot, and that got moved to virtual, as well as the Capitol discussion where they talk about the budget. So pretty much anything in Albany right now is virtual. So we'll have to see what happens in late March.
Thank you very much, Mr. Moscato. Other reports of meetings?
Tomorrow is Information Exchange Committee, so we'll have more on the next meeting.
Okay, thank you. Anything else? Okay, moving on. Visitor comments. We do not have any visitor comments this evening. All right. Moving on to reports. Technology report.
Good evening. Superintendent Daly, President Potensky, and Vice President Richards, and the rest of the Board of Education. Pleasure to be here. We're very excited to present to you tonight. I brought some helpers with me. We have Chris Amesbury, an innovation coach, Mike Munsky, an innovation coach, and Roger Thane, one of our senior network technicians. And what we wanted to do tonight was switch it up a little, and instead of us just presenting to you, we wanted to make it an active participation model. So if you fire up your computers, you can do it on a phone, you can do it on an iPad, any sort of internet. We're going to set you up with a Kahoot where we're going to ask you some questions tonight.
So we are going to have you go to, up on your website, the top browser up there, if you go to kahoot.it, so it's KAHOOT, and then a period dot, actually kahoot.it is going to bring you right there. And when you get there, you're going to have a code. So on the screen right there, up on the top, it says join at, you don't need the www dot, you just go with kahoot.it, and then it's going to ask you for a PIN code. The laptop's a little bit easier than the cell phone, but the cell phone does work, and you could actually scan that QR code that's up there. So when you go to put your name in, you are welcome to put in whatever name that you would like. From a PII standpoint, privacy, when we are working with our teachers on doing this, we do want to say, okay, we want you to use a nickname that's probably appropriate, or that is appropriate. And the nice feature about this program is that if someone puts a name up there that is not appropriate, the teacher has the ability to take that away.
Is there one up there that I should be removed?
Not yet. I think
We're okay?
we're good. Yeah, we're good.
Thank you for being appropriate. You're saying.
So, wanted to switch it up a little bit tonight with the way this is presented, trying to make it a little bit more on the student-centered piece instead of the teacher-centered, and hopefully, share a little bit about what's happening with the technology department as a whole. So, there are bragging rights at stake here. So if you are a little competitive, there will be a winner at the end, but we won't know how bad you did if you're not in the top 3 per se.
We get reports at the end. We can pull it back up.
Well, we won't make it. We won't make that public knowledge. Put it that way. All right. So if you are brand new to Kahoot, what's going to end up happening is that there's going to be a question, and then you are going to have answers to choose from. So. The first question is going to be a practice. It does count towards your overall score, but we felt that it was important for Mike and I to make sure that the board knew something new about our new director here. So we're using Jeff as our guinea pig to get us up and running.
So throughout this Kahoot, you're going to find a couple images that might be of assistance to you. So if you might not know an answer, look at those clues that we dropped into this as well.
All right, so we're going to start the game, and when Mike hits start, you're going to see the question, and then you are going to need to select the color tile that is going to be the correct answer. On your device, you should also have the question, and you should have the answers on there. So we're going to cross our fingers and hope it all goes right.
There is also a symbol.
There is a symbol, yes.
You guys ready?
All right. So getting to know our new director and knowing that we are in Rochester, what is his favorite kind of pop? So you're going to want to try to choose which one you think it is, using all the context clues that you can.
From 1984.
It could be deceiving.
All right. So that's our practice round.
So there's our picture. So
He
we didn't realize this until Jeff entered a couple months ago that he loves his Diet Pepsi and a little get to know how to use Kahoot and so on. So a little fun fun question to get started with.
All right, so we're gonna kick it off for real, talking about some technology here, and
Ready?
Yep,
All right,
yep.
question
So
2.
question number 2 is going to be
I've got the scoreboard.
the scoreboard. Yep. All right, so
All right, there you go.
Yeah.
Now what, but it's protected in the whole thing.
now those competitive people, you do get points based upon how many in a row you get right and how fast you answer. Just if you're fit into that realm at all. There.
All right, so here we go. Question 2.
All right, so during the inaugural esports season this past fall, which game did the students participate in? League of Legends, Fortnite, Rocket League, or chess?
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I know it's important.
All right, good deal, good deal. All right, so over the past fall was our first esports season. We treated it as kind of a pilot. We had 12 plus students, plus or minus, that were a part of it. But on any given day, there were 3 teams or 6 people that were a part of it that were actually competing. John Bergerson was our advisor who led those students through the fall. We're looking for a startup for the spring within the next month or so. And overall, it was a pretty successful start using the new devices that were placed in the library. There were 15 new setups that were placed in the kind of like the fishbowl-ish area of the library, which was kind of neat.
Mr. Hamill has nicknamed it Thunderdome. With all of the high-end gaming computers and the new display we put up there, incorporating it. It's great. It's a nice setup.
And one of the neat things in talking with the advisor and having the students there is that having the students work as a team was big, having them problem solve, and that communication piece was a big part of it. So it was successful, and we're looking to build into the spring semester here.
All right, take that leaderboard really quick. Got some movers. All right, here comes our next question. This game has been introduced into every building to engage students to meet learning standards across the curriculum. Oregon Trail, Pitfall, Minecraft EDU, and Super Mario Brothers, which is personally my favorite, but I don't think that was the answer. Awesome, we got some good answers in here.
Oh.
So Oregon Trail was great. It was I don't know, one of those old PCs that we had in the classroom back when I was in elementary school. Pitfall was back on the old Atari system, but really the answer is Minecraft EDU. So Minecraft EDU, for those of you who are not aware, it's a game, but there's this whole Minecraft EDU component to it where you can find any lesson, create a world, and have your students do something curriculum and content based, either independently or collaboratively as a group or in groups or partners or pairs. So each building has started using Minecraft in pockets. We're looking to expand this. We have a couple of Minecraft clubs that have exploded at Walt Disney and at Brasser. The amount of engagement that we have with students with Minecraft EDU is mind-blowing. The big thing that we are trying to do, though, is Minecraft isn't a game. It's not just something that kids go on to do. It's connecting it back to the curriculum, connecting it back to the content. So I had a teacher message me today. They did area and perimeter. They built fences. They placed the number of animals that represented the perimeter in that gated area. So almost any type of curriculum, we went to the Stone Age and we built Stone Age villages and settlements. So math, science, social studies, and there's actually a whole chemistry component to it where you can do experiments that's not safe for classrooms. So we look to continue to grow that and catching on.
All right, let's take a quick look at the leaderboard.
Back in front.
All right, so we're going to switch gears and talk a little bit about PD. So Mike and I, and including Matt Harvey in here, but how many asynchronous in-service courses were taught in the fall of 2021? Row 1, row 3.
because it's actually from Bruce Almighty, where he's trying to respond to all the emails.
Alright, so the correct answer is 1.
Yeah.
So this has been a goal of ours over the last couple of years in order to get this launched. There was some logistics and different things. So we had about 25 teachers take part in this asynchronous course. So it was a 5-hour course. They were emailed everything and then got into Schoology, and the course kind of ran itself. So we ran it this fall with one as kind of like a pilot, learned a couple different things that we needed to adjust. And then going into the spring semester, we're going to rerun the one we did on enhancing student success, and then we're adding 4 additional opportunities for teachers to take. So it'll be kind of an on-demand PD. We're also sprinkling in in-person and hybrid type learning as well within that as things go on. So pretty exciting to be able to lift that up and get that going. Looking forward to more opportunities as time goes on.
We broke the streak on that one.
Did.
So this one, the number of submitted IT requests in Master Library from July 1 to December 31st of 2021. 14, 2,075, 2,534, or too many to count. All right, well, that went really quick.
Good job.
So 2,534 is our number. What's that? Sorry, we're just showing you the overall number of volume. These are just the requests that students and staff are submitting through the IT request system. This does not include the number of walk-ups we get, phone calls, emails, and other contacts that are a little harder to trace, but it's currently what we've got going on.
14 was the average number of requests per community. And that, again, as Roger said, that's through the system. We are also getting text messages, phone calls,
I want to know how 4 people thought we could count that high.
Yes.
All right, here we go. Next question.
Pressure's on.
What step or steps has the district taken to enhance the security of student and staff data? Multi-factor authentication, Windows Defender ATP, GCN training, or all of the above?
Too fast.
So,
I lost my
yeah,
train.
it's all of the above. With our overall move to enhance security district-wide, we have enabled multi-factor authentication. Windows Defender ATP is on every endpoint in the district. So if somehow something does get past you folks, we are able to take and scan it on the device, remediate it, and act before it does ultimately take us down. And GCN training is our yearly training to inform our staff of what we're doing and what direction we're moving
Oh, I took 2 steps down. Ooh.
All right, we're going to turn it over to Jeff for the next question.
In 2022, how will students in grades K and 1 be able to sign into the computer? Type username and password, quick cards, or both? Very quick. So we have been excited to roll out for our youngest learners quick cards. And basically what that does is it allows them to log into the computer with a card. They just hold up to the camera. So while our teachers are running centers, they're limited time, what this will do is eliminate all of the hassle that comes with our youngest learners logging in, and it'll maximize their time in center. So we're very excited. We've rolled this out at Disney, and we're starting to roll it out at the other elementaries right now. So we're very excited. The teachers are excited about that. And one of the things that I want to know, and the reason we put it up there, was learning their username and password is an important skill for them to be able to do. So we didn't want to eliminate that immediately. So that's still available for teachers to work on and the students to work on. So as they progress through the grades to 2nd grade, they should be able to do that. We're not eliminating that skill from them. What is the brand new tool being implemented in 2022 for teachers to use to help manage the classroom? Schoology, Lightspeed Classroom, Microsoft Office, or ClassLink? So this is another one that we're excited to roll out, and we're in the final stages of testing right now. Schoology, Microsoft Office, and ClassLink are all available, but they rolled out prior to this. The new one we've added is Lightspeed Classroom. And what that's going to do is allow teachers at their classroom level to have more control over the computers that are in their classroom at the time. So if they want to push something out to students, instead of having students type in a website or things like that, they can just push it out so they automatically go there. They can monitor what they're doing, and they can even direct students' internet traffic to where they want it to go in the classroom. So we're very excited. I think that's going to be well received. And as I mentioned, we're in the final stages of testing that right now, and we're looking to roll it out in the next few weeks here.
All right, last look at the leaderboard for the last question. All right.
Some of the participants have insider information.
How many total times did a Gates Chala user log into Schoology in 2021? All right, so that number seems very large, 3.2 million. But Schoology, again, is that learning management system where our teachers put in digital content for their students. Using ClassLink, every time a student logs in through ClassLink, which is that single sign-on, Schoology automatically opens for them. So there's no additional passwords. It works for staff, it works for students. But also, I wanted to pull out that red number of 34,146. That's the number of parents. So during COVID, when we were shut down, we worked diligently to get parent access up and running. So parents have accounts where they can see the student work and see what's going on in that environment. So that number is only going to increase from here on out. But that 3.2 million is staggering with the number of staff and parents and students who are logging in to use this platform for digital instruction.
All right, so all those competitive people out there.
Here we go.
Questions?
Uh-oh.
Third place, second place, and our podium goes to.
I wonder who that is.
Did she make the quiz?
She may have had a hand in it. I don't know.
I'd like to thank my boss.
So I gotta tell you though, that since it's used in a classroom, my 7th grade son loves this, and every family holiday creates his own food for everybody to do.
That's awesome. It's a great tool. Yeah, it's fun. So that is our presentation. If there's any questions, we'd be more than happy to answer them.
That was fun.
Great,
All right.
thanks.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
It's a great way to do it.
All right, moving along to facilities report.
Contract development.
Hello, everyone.
Good evening.
Hopefully you can hear me through the mask. Everybody's getting used to muffled voices now, probably. I don't have a whole team behind me. Matter of fact, I have nobody behind me. But I have a whole team that I work with and have been doing an amazing job in facilities. And I just want to show you some of the numbers and how we're set up. Some of you may have already known some of the facts here, and others, this information may be useful. By the way, I'm Bill Bennett, the Director of Facilities. Sorry, it was supposed to be my first line. this presentation over here kind of threw me. So, and I was trying to win that, and I was close up until the last couple questions. So, which button advances this? The right arrow? Okay. Just want to start off with our mission statement. Work together to provide a clean, safe, secure, and aesthetically pleasing environment to enhance and educate the community experience exceeding all expectations and in support of the district's mission and values. Department snapshot, this is the staffing. We have one administrative assistant, one custodian supervisor, which is a new position again that we brought back. It was a custodian that we were able to promote, and he's doing a great job so far in that position. One clerk of the works, one full-time courier, 5 full-time maintenance workers. We have basically all the trades covered. We have carpenter, plumber, electrician, HVAC, and also a painter and locksmith. So we're pretty much covered there. We just have to get the work done, which is usually pretty bountiful. I didn't get the numbers off Master Library, but we also use Master Library as a tool for work orders, and it's run really well here. Everybody uses it. The people that don't, we encourage to get in on, and you know, it decreases the amount of people coming up to the technicians and the cleaners in the hall and saying, hey, can you fix this, or hey, can you fix that? And it helps them remember and get the things done. So it's working really well. We have 4 full-time groundsmen. One of them is a grounds mechanic that we recently hired. We have one of them is our head groundsman, Tom Scopa. He's been here for a while. 6 head custodians, 4 custodians, 31 cleaners. We have 5 open positions currently, and 4 subs, which is even low in the sub area. 10 full-time, 1 part-time security guard. Steve Torres is our lead security guard. And we also have, there's 2.5 security guard workers that we're trying to fill positions. 7, last summer we had 7 summer staff or helpers or summer workers, which is lower than the years prior. Basically, our department snapshot, these are the numbers for our operating budget, $1,488,000, just over. Utility budget is $925,000. Payroll and benefits is just over $4 million. Brings the total budget to $6,534,512, just over. Maintenance and grounds, we maintain over 820,000 square feet of building space. It's approximately 230 acres of land, roughly 21 athletic fields, including 3 baseball fields, 3 softball fields, Spartan Stadium, 10 or 12 tennis courts, 8 lane track and field, which has a grass field inside it. If you haven't got around to look at the grounds, this isn't a good time to do it. Wait till the summer, but we'd be happy to take you around if you want a tour. These areas serve more than 3,900 students and 750 staff members and are open to the community for use during the week and on weekends. The staff is responsible for all the maintenance, repairs, and preventive maintenance of both the interior and exterior of the buildings. And that's the budget that we're operating off of there. Our custodial staff, we have 6 head custodians and 4 custodians, 31 cleaners, and maintain more than 820,000 square feet. They are responsible for cleaning both the interior and exterior of the school buildings, which includes disinfecting, which is a big part now with COVID, and they've adapted and rolled right into that, and are doing a tremendous job. They cover sweeping, mopping, refinishing floors, emptying trash cans, checking and refilling sanitary receptacles, community events, set up and clean up for those, which is a big part at night. That takes up a lot of time, and high school is mainly the building, but middle school and some of the other elementaries do get involved in some of the nighttime events. And some of the other cleaning, dusting, the refilling the dispensers, cleaning, vacuuming and spot cleaning. And that's the budget we're operating there. Continuing on custodian, square footage of the high school, which is going to change with the new PAC, is 373 plus thousand square feet. Middle school is 181, just over. Neil Armstrong, 59,840. Walt Disney, 63,432. Florence Brasser, 43,660. Paul Rhodes, 66,584. Administration building is 12,890, and transportation facilities building is just under 20,000. The security staff is responsible for creating an overall safe environment for our students, staff, and community on a daily basis. This includes an SRO officer from the Gates Police Department. High school has 6 day shift employees. 3 of them are in rotation to provide a presence at our 4 elementary schools. Middle school is 2 full-time and 1 part-time day shift, and all schools are 2 swing shift employees. And that's the operating budget there. We are currently trying to fill 2.5 positions there in our security department. And this is our staffing update. There was a lot of staff movement, and so far this school year, we have done a good job of backfilling some of that, and we owe that a huge thank you to the HR department, because they have done a marvelous job of trying to get dedicated people and qualified people in for us. Our newest employees, we have a head custodian at Armstrong, is new this year. New maintenance mechanic, who is our carpenter, a couple cleaners, and grounds mechanic. So far since I've started in the summer. We have 5 cleaning positions open and 2.5 security guards, like I said. So we're always looking. If you know anybody that's interested, have them apply. Our energy performance, this is a project that was ongoing. It finished up this summer. It is a huge project that, they did lighting upgrades, building envelope, which is anything that, any of the walls that from conditioned space to non-conditioned spaces, and any of the pipes, valves, insulation, water conservation, plug-in power controls, window film, kitchen booster heater replacement, walk-in cooler freezer controls, duct sealing, domestic hot water heater replacement, rooftop unit replacement at the high school, and the last one is the solar panel energy storage system, which is solar energy reserve that helps us with our peak load during the day. So how that works is it lowers that peak level so you don't have that peak charge for the rest of the day. And finally, the capital project, which we help work with and oversee the operations and getting to the point where they'll be finished. And I know you'll be getting into the capital project details and stuff, but it's nice to see, and it's coming along, and it's almost done, and it's beautiful. Everything they did. The elementary schools, those are finished, and the 2 Armstrong and Disney with the extra wing and the offices, so it is really beautiful. We're looking forward to the completion of this project here. And that's all I have for facilities. You have any questions for me?
Any questions,
Yes.
guys?
I hope it's not a silly one, but what's the difference between custodian and cleaner? I think I've always just heard them referred to as
Okay,
one.
so here at this district, we have the 3 levels: the cleaner, custodian, which is a supervisor of the cleaner, and a head custodian, which is a supervisor in the bigger buildings. And the way it's set up, the middle school and the high school has a head custodian and custodians. So you have a day custodian and a night custodian, just to oversee the night shift. They also clean and do a lot of, but one of the key features, they do some of the PM maintenance in the mechanical as well. So it helps out to support the staff and also to support the mechanical and the mechanics of it.
Thank you.
Does that clarify it?
Yeah.
All right.
I think I've always just lumped it together. I've never really looked at it separate until I saw the chart.
Yep.
Any other questions?
It's a good question.
Hearing none? Thank you
Anything
very
else?
much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well done.
Capital improvement update.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I'll be quick. As Bill said, elementary schools are closed out, so we're only reporting now on the high school, phase 1.5. Most aspects are still progressing nicely. Training of the sound system and lighting system is going to take place the first part of February. Work completed in December. All plumbing work is completed, all the roof work is completed, drywall's done, painting's done, your storefront's done, seating's installed, stage floor's installed. We're really wrapping this up. Final painting will be completed in the next couple weeks. Stage rigging is ongoing. There's a few back-ordered items from there that are going to take us right till the end of January, but should be complete in January from what I'm being told. The balancing of the air handlers is pretty much done. Your commissioning agent's going to start next week commissioning. They do a secondary, other than balancing and reporting, you get a commissioning agent to come in and make sure everything is the way it's supposed to be. And the flooring should all be complete within the next 2 weeks also. They're right now got all the flooring done except for the carpet running up through the stairs in your auditorium amongst the seats. One other thing that was on there that I wanted to point out, millwork installation is ongoing and will carry into February. The place, and when I say millwork, inside your auditorium where you see some pictures, you have these wooden panels along the walls and in front of your seating where it's curved and stuff. The company, Milco, that's making the product is shut down twice because of COVID. He's just closed his doors twice now since this project has started. There's nothing anybody can do about that. And right now out there, I wanted to point out, in the last week and a half, we've lost more than half of the construction workers out there, not due to COVID, because they've been getting tested, but they're all just, they got this head, throat, nose sickness going on out there right now that I don't even go out there. Send me pictures, right? Because I don't want to be involved, but I did want to make you guys aware of that. We are still planning on turning everything over with a few minor items at the end of this month, and like I said, get the training done the first part of February. Pictures. I'm sure everybody's drove by here at night. This place is lit up gorgeous in the evening. There you can see, looking down, all your seats are installed. We got them covered with plastic for any final dust, because final cleaning is going on right now. In that picture there, you can see the side panels lit up with the lights on them. That they change colors behind them side wall panels. I think there's like 9 different colors that they change automatically behind there. The next photograph should show they got the rigging lights being installed. That's, they got like a line set dropped right there, and they were starting to install your lights on one of your 32 line sets that you have out there. Once again, the seating, and there's where I'm talking them arched curves at the end of the seating that you can see in the midway aisle. That's just fire treated plywood right now that gets a wood finish on it that's back ordered, which you think it's just the wood panel, but yet there's still electrical boxes that have to be finished over the top of all that, so that's just a ripple effect of who's last in line. Instrumental musical room, storage cabinets are in, flooring's done. That we're planning on turning over to that department the 18th, 19th of this month, because punch list is 3/4 done in there. The only thing they will not have is we added 4 soundproof windows, and Mitch knows they were ordered late. It was a last minute decision, but they'll be in first part of February. Then the next, that's their new office suite for the band, chorus, Jeff, that whole crew right there. That's their new office suite in there. It's next to the music sound rooms. The next picture down doesn't show what I thought it was going to. But that should pretty much take care of that project out there. If anybody has any questions or wants a tour, or turned on the heated sidewalk today, it melted all the snow. I thought there seems to be going as well as it can be expected.
Any questions?
Looks great.
Our meeting next time is at the high school in the mezzanine, so we could arrange, maybe 5 o'clock, go and do a tour of the the music rooms.
I think we'd like that.
Okay.
Thank you.
That would be, you on,
25th or 25th.
so the next one this month, not, okay. Yeah, that's great.
So 25th. Yep.
25th.
2 weeks.
You wanna go 5 o'clock?
Yes, please.
Wanna just meet at my office, or you wanna meet
Yeah.
right in the front lobby over there, be
Yeah.
unlocked, or?
That'd be great.
Okay.
Thank you.
Not a problem. Anything else, guys?
No,
Thanks,
we're good.
enjoy your
Thank you
evening.
very much.
Thank you.
Moving on to Education Foundation update.
So the Education Foundation met last week, and they had a fundraiser that took place this past Saturday at Chipotle, the one on Jefferson Road. So they had a successful first fundraiser in that way, and they're looking at potential of doing more fundraisers of that sort in the future. That was the main thing we worked on this past month.
Okay, thank you very much. Moving on. Motion to approve consent agenda. Motion, please. Dr. Richards, Mr. Long, questions or comments? All in favor? The vote is unanimous. Thank you very much. Motion to approve consensus items B through L. Motion, please. Ms. Littlewood and Ms. Kais, questions or comments? All in favor? The vote is unanimous. Thank you very much. I believe we are at superintendent comments.
Well, Happy New Year, everybody. Very excited to share some updates for you. Last week, we had one of our more interesting events, and the New York State Department of Health sent us KN95 rated masks that were not good, flimsy. They were called several things by staff in the community, but luckily, Dr. Ball and his team had ordered better quality ones for us, and they have been distributed. They're starting today and tomorrow to distribute all staff. The state has let us know that they will be seeking compensatory services from the company that provided these quality coffee filters. And one of our staff members, I use this when anyone was asking about it, chicken diapers that were used as an excuse for a mask. So luckily, no one has to use those because we do provide others. New York State also provided last week 3,600 test kits to be shared publicly with our students and their families for student use to keep them in school. Thank you to Dr. Irving and our team of Yellow Coats that took care of that, and we went through them very quickly. We do apologize for those that wait in line and were unable to get any, but we are supposed to receive some this week, but only half that amount. So we're planning a different distribution. Once we get them, we'll communicate that out to our families as soon as they're available. Common question we've been receiving is, how's attendance been since coming back from break? And like many other districts, we are down significantly in both staff and students. We're averaging roughly 15% of our district staff being absent daily and about 17% of our students being absent daily since returning from break. It's not all COVID related, as was shared earlier. There's a lot of head colds going around, the flu's going around, and other things, but COVID is impacting this as well. But attendance has been significantly down from last year to the year before as well. So last week we had a great opportunity. Our leadership cabinet met with the newly hired director of diversity from 101 BOCES on Wednesday. This is the position we've been waiting 2 years for to help us coordinate a deep dive into our code of conduct and looking at equity. They finally have someone on board, and her name is Mrs. Svetlana Stoll. She'll be working with us in our study of our code of conduct through an equity lens this spring. She'll be a great asset and was really complimenting Mr. Olin and Mr. Zhang for the leadership they've had with our equity movement so far, and is excited to get involved with us as we move forward. Also on the equity and access front, we have great news for our English and new language families. Last week we launched a new tool in our communication software that allows us to send messages to families in their preferred language. These translations are customized to match the language listed in a student's school tool profile. Families have already begun receiving district level and building level messages in their primary language. Thanks to our communications and technology teams who work to improve family access to important information about their students' education. And COVID has impacted us after school as well, with some teams that had to go on pause due to students tested positive. But thankful to Dr. Irving, he has been able to stay on top of those statistics, and all the other ADs in Monroe County as well are working together to reschedule these events when we aren't able to put teams out there due to the impact of COVID. The priority and the work that they're all doing together is outstanding. They're trying to reschedule the games so that the kids have the experiences, whether it's modified varsity or JV, so that they do get that full winter experience. But it's impacting all our schools in different ways. But the teams that were impacted under Dr. Irving's leadership will be able to get back on track and get those games made up. We've started doing capital project presentations. Dr. Ball and I presented to the high school, middle school, and Paul Road faculties thus far, with the other schools remaining. There's been excellent support thus far, with some solid questions that we'll be adding to our Q&A document on our website. And at this time, we're going to share with you'll be the first public group to see our new video that is on our website that explains the capital project that we'll be sharing with the community.
Gates Chilai's next potential capital project is all about building brighter futures. This estimated $45.5 million project will have no tax impact on our school community and will address areas throughout the district in need of upgrades. When you come out to vote on February 2nd, you'll be voting on work at multiple buildings. At Florence Brasser Elementary School, a new parking lot and traffic pattern will alleviate congestion and increase safety at drop-off and pickup. In addition, the relocated main office will provide secure entry to the school for staff, students, and visitors. This move would also improve accessibility for people with disabilities. At Gates Chilai High School and Gates Chilai Middle School, arts and technology spaces will be brought up to 21st century standards. Technology classrooms at both schools would receive enhanced technological interfaces and better layouts. And as our music program continues to thrive and grow, band, choral, and practice spaces will be redesigned to accommodate a multitude of programs and rehearsal types. Work near the middle school would also include major upgrades to our district's athletic fields, with the addition of a multi-purpose turf field. It would be used for baseball, softball, lacrosse, and soccer. And similar to Spartan Stadium, this field will provide students and the community at large the opportunity to utilize fields regardless of weather conditions. Finally, Gates Chilai has a plan to bring more of its youngest learners back on campus with the conversion of our current administration building into a pre-kindergarten center. The space will feature 4 classrooms, a nurse's office, playgrounds, and more. The district's careful planning and saving means this project would come at no additional cost to the Gates Chilai school community. The entire project will be funded by capital reserve funds and state aid. Remember to vote on February 2nd at the Gates Chilai High School Fieldhouse from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. We thank you for your continued support of our students and programs. Go Spartans!
Another award-winning video coming out of our communication department, potentially. Also, as far as the project vote on February 2nd, absentee ballots have gone out. Mrs. Brown has done a great job in getting everything coordinated and out there as we work to get ready for that vote on February 2nd. Budget ambassadors can still apply to participate in our award-winning Budget Ambassadors program. We have 6 so far, and it's open through this Friday for those that are interested in learning more about how we budget each year. I'd like to end by thanking our faculty, administration, and staff. Everyone has been pitching in above and beyond to keep us going. With absences due to illnesses and a shortage of subs to help replace, each and every one of our team has been helping in one way or another. They truly exhibit the Spartan way by getting out there and taking care of each other, and every day juggling to make sure that we provide the best environment for our students. And lastly, I have an ask of our community. We need our families to choose to be kind. We have had our nurses, main office staff, teachers, and administrators berated and yelled at for doing what is required during this pandemic. I understand our community is frustrated with Omicron and how it's impacting our society. Please choose to not take it out on our staff. Our staff have families, and put all that aside every day to come and take care of our students. They're giving their all each day, and they teach our greatest community's commodity, our students. Please treat them with the courtesy and respect they deserve. They are here for your students every day, and they deserve that. That is my report, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. Moving on, motion to adjourn. Motion, please. Dr. Richards and Mr. Long. All in favor? The vote is unanimous. We are adjourned.